What's up, everybody? I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis. I want to give you all a big thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking Mission Impossible Fallout, coming to theaters this Friday, written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie and starring Hollywood's most expensive stuntman, Tom Cruise. Now, typically, sixth entries in franchises can start to feel a little bit stale and played out, but that is definitely not the case with the Mission Impossible franchise. It's a rare exception. I think it clearly shows ambition and creativity in wanting to make each film bigger than the last, and that is definitely the case this time with Fallout. Yes, the story is ridiculously convoluted. There are way too many layers of convenience and enough plot twists to make up for 5 more Atomic Blonde movies, which was another film that people said had too many twists in it. But I think despite that, it's a beautifully crafted movie that really sweeps you up into the adventure of the story with just massive amounts of appeal despite some of its shortcomings. There are a lot of different dynamics, a few misdirections, and different subplots woven into the progression of the film, but it uses exposition very well to provide you with enough backdrop and explanation to the many moving pieces to this storyline. But I don't think it hinders the ability to invest in where it goes, because it's just constantly littered with fantastic action, natural humor, and charismatic performances. This is a movie where you just turn on your suspension of disbelief and you go in and you have a great time. You don't overthink the plot directions and the layers of it. Just take what the film tells you at face value and you're going to enjoy the ride that it takes you on. Things get going very quickly, our characters are faced with a problem and the ramifications of it, and then we're off and running. Literally. It was a non-stop adrenaline ride, and you must credit Tom Cruise for the commitment to the stunt work that he has shown despite his age and, quite frankly, his net worth. I mean, he's running around through France, racing on a motorcycle, he's jumping between 2 buildings, he's flying a helicopter, he's swinging around on a rope rappelling underneath one, he performed a halo jump from 25,000 feet, all for the sake of entertaining audiences, and the definition of entertainment it was, because it was awesome to watch. The camera work is phenomenal, and it puts you into the chaos and the frenzy of the action routinely throughout. I think the direction from McQuarrie and the film crew really captured the action sequences from angles that you don't get to see very often, if at all. We get to see Cruise doing the stunt work. The camera just follows the action with much longer cuts, and it gives us some very immersive angles. I was routinely up on the edge of my seat thinking how amazing the scope of the action and the visuals were, as well as thinking how flat out crazy Tom Cruise is. This guy truly is a one-of-a-kind performer in this business, and films like these are really classic examples of just how awesome cinematic action can be when all the right pieces are in place. We get to see Cruise ripping through traffic on a bike with no helmet and follow him out of a plane as he jumps. It really puts you into the world of the story. It connects you with the mission that the main character has to go through, unlike many movies often can, and you can just truly feel the intensity of each climactic moment. The cast were all excellent again. I think Cruise killed it as Ethan Hunt. He has seemingly been through it all in this franchise, but he was still really able to deliver shades of emotion and remorse that we have not seen from him before. Simon Pegg was solid as the comic relief. Ving Rhames and Ferguson provide more than enough substance for their roles, in particular Ferguson, who was just awesome in this movie and is in desperate need of her own action franchise. The addition of Henry Cavill was enjoyable, although I did want to see a little bit more from him as far as character arc, and while he didn't deliver a ton of acting range, he still provided the film some great action sequences. Plus, it was sort of amusing when the camera would pan out during certain conversations between other characters to reveal him just sort of standing there all rocked out, because that's how people naturally stand. I'm huge. The cast overall does capture that charming chemistry to just create a group of characters that make them likable, that you want to see succeed, and with some witty humor, that natural sense of humor among them really is able to shine effectively to break the moments of tension very well throughout the film. There is never a dull moment on screen. The location scouts selected just the perfect backdrops to create many rich international settings that really have grown to become a part of this franchise. I thought the musical score is the best it has been thus far, and it really complements the storyline perfectly. This movie is stylish, it's elegant, and when it needed to be, it was violent and gritty, and I thought the multiple tones all complemented each other perfectly to create another compelling extravaganza in this series. So I'm going to give Mission Impossible Fallout 95% on the entertainment meter. It was loaded with endless action that really showcases the visual appeal of true practical stunt work. It was inventive at times and just loaded with interesting personalities that were more than enough to make up for a story that tries to get a little too clever for its own good and occasionally foreshadows some of its moves, but it is more than worth a shot on the big screen. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, share it with your friends, leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when all the new videos pop up. All my social media links are going to be down in the description below. You can also visit the Silver Screen Analysis for a wide range of movie-related content, and here's some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them.